Divorce court is now in session.
I have Jennifer Jacobs and Dennis Alsup here. They have been together for 10 years. You have 2 children together, but you, especially Ms. Jacobs, do not want to be together anymore. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here today in divorce court?
For the past 10 years, it's been a little rocky. We've been off and on for the last 10 years, and I just think he doesn't have respect for me. And he doesn't appreciate me, and
Tell me something that he does or says that leads you to believe he doesn't respect you.
he'll tell me to get in the kitchen and cook some food, or go make him dinner, or
because
just...
I pay all the bills.
Mr. Alsup, please.
Whoa.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if you pay all the bills.
Okay.
You still need to have respect.
Is it the request itself or the manner in which he makes
The
it?
manner he says it in.
Like, get in the kitchen, woman. Kinda, I mean, not in those words, but is that the tenor of the conversation?
He portrays it like that, yes.
Okay. Are you a stay-at-home mom to the 2 kids?
Just recently, Your Honor, I had left my job of 10 years to move with him at his request, so I can go back to school full-time, finish my degree, and then take care of the children.
Well, when you were both working, were you working full-time?
I was.
And was he speaking to you in that manner when you were pulling in an income as well?
He would. That's just his demeanor.
Or has it gotten worse since?
I think it's gotten worse.
Okay. Mr. Alsup, what do you have to say about that? Did she get that wrong?
Oh, yeah, she definitely got it wrong, because for the simple fact, we had an agreement. When she moved down with me, because she was at a dead-end job.
Okay.
There was
His
no
opinion.
no
Jacobs?
part for growth in her job. And if something was to ever happen to me, with her being the mother of my kids, I wanted her to be able to take care of the kids and be comfortable doing it. So I told Ms. Jacobs, move down to Tucson with me. I'll work. I'll take care of all the outside stuff, all the bills, everything. You don't have to worry about anything. Well, that was our agreement. When we get down there, I'm working full-time. I come home, attend to my kids, do all the sports activities, but my house isn't clean, food isn't cooked, and I'm like, how do I win a situation?
You're lying.
The house isn't clean, food isn't cooked, and I'm like, if I say something, I'm a bad guy, but if I don't say nothing, nothing's gonna get done. So it's like a no-win situation with it. She's not happy when I do it. It's not.
My question for you is, and now stop there, Mr. Alsup. You just saw me getting ready to speak, and you stopped. I love that. Since she's been to Tucson, has she had a job, or has solely, her only job is to hold down the house?
Hold down the house. That's all you do. You don't pay for gas. You don't pay for school clothes. You don't pay for the kids' haircut. You don't do anything. Take care of the house.
Now,
That's
Ms. Jacobs, are you taking care of the house while he's gone?
Running after children all day, picking up after a 2-year-old, it's a lot. I do try to pick up the house, clean the house up.
Now, listen, I've had children, and they were 5 and 2 at some point.
I get it.
And I know how to, and I know everybody got fed, and I was working full time. Everybody got fed, and the house was clean. Well, we won't go that far, but it was cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? Children aren't an excuse not to hold the house down.
All
It's
she
not
does
messy.
is making an excuse.
There could be...
all the kids are
Hang
this
on, Mr.
bad.
Alsup. Let her respond to my question.
Yes, thank you. A toy here or there would be on the ground. Why isn't my house cleaned up? What do you do all day?
Now, let me ask you this. Is it basically taken care of and simply not perfect? Are there a lot of things done, but you're only focusing on the things that aren't done? Sometimes that happens.
I come home, Your Honor, and I'll see clothes in the washer that was in the washer from 2 days ago. And I'm like, you don't smell these clothes getting mildew?
You're lying.
All right, I'll tell you an incident that happened last week.
Okay.
I'll be fast. I had clothes. I woke up in the morning to go to work. I had no socks in my drawer. So I go to the dryer. I look in the dryer, I grab some socks. Come back home that day, The same stuff that was in the dryer is still there. Next day, it's still in there. So eventually, I just took it out and did a load of clothes right before I went to work, and then that made her want to get up and do something. If I don't do something, she won't do it, period.
Ms. Jacobs, is that an accurate story?
He's given me certain hours to where I can wash clothes.
It's utility prices. Bills ain't cheap.
I'm not getting up at 4 in the morning to do laundry.
Hang on. So certain hours during the day?
It's called peak hours. So certain hours, it costs a lot more. And when you running a house and you're taking care of everything, you're going to find every way to be cost effective, every way you can.
Yeah. You know what I think is happening here? Just off the top of my head. We're going to examine this a little more, but off the top of my head, what I'm saying is I think you are a little lazy and you don't quite have it together. And I think you are as intimidating as all get out. I think that when you come home and you hone in on something that hasn't been done or gone correctly, you are livid and loud and aggressive and intimidating. And you know what happens when you do that? The person to whom all of that anger is directed becomes, a little passive aggressive with it. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Yelling, hooping, and hollering and screaming. You could step up a little bit. You know that, right?
Right.
Yeah, you know you could do better.
But it makes me not want to do it when he comes home and talks to me like that.
I can't say that about the bills.
Yeah.
I can't say it makes me not want to pay the bills when you don't.
It's been 2 months.
It's been
since
longer
you've been paying
than
the
2
bills.
months. And I've been taking care of you since day one.
You're a liar.
Did you hear what I said, though?
Yes, ma'am, I definitely did.
What'd I say?
You said when I come home, I pinpoint things and I get real angry and I get aggressive if they're not done how I want them done.
Yeah, and that is counterproductive to you. I acknowledge that she's probably not pulling her full weight, but I'm just saying the manner by which you're pursuing your goal is probably hindering it. That's all I'm trying to say.
You leave me while I'm pregnant and cheat.
That's better for you that I left, because if I wouldn't have left, I'll explain why.
Mr. Alsup. Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mrs. Jacobs, I get the sense that you're harboring some old hurts. You said to us that he left you once when you were 4 months pregnant. Why don't you tell me about that and why it's still on your mind?
When I was found out I was pregnant, about the 4th month, I had gone on a family vacation to Hawaii. Mr. Alsup went to Detroit to try out for the Detroit Lions. After that, he went back home to Ohio and never came back. Never discussed that he wasn't returning.
Take your time.
I hold a lot of resentment for that. He came back the day after my son was born.
So he was gone for a couple of months?
4 months till he was born.
Okay. Mr. Alsup, what happened then?
Well, in the first 6 years of me and Mrs. Jacobs' relationship, she made me feel like I didn't even deserve to be with somebody. Like
How's that?
She pushed me away. I got no emotion from her whatsoever. And yes, I did leave because Miss Jacobs pushed me to that point where there was I felt no love. I had no family out in Arizona at the time. The only reason I was there was because I was with her. She pushed me away far, like, beyond the point to no return.
Give me some examples of what she was not doing, or was she not talking to you? Where there's no sex, there's no communication?
We wouldn't have sex. We wouldn't do anything like that. It got to the point so bad one time when she was pregnant with my son, like we're sitting there having a conversation. She goes, locks herself in the car for 6 hours, yelling, kicking at the door. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, I do everything you ask me to do. It's a no-win situation with her.
Do you recall the incidents where you locked yourself in the car?
I do, but it wasn't 6 hours.
Well,
And we
okay,
were arguing.
let's not argue about the time spent in the car. Let's figure out why you were there.
Right.
What happened that made you do that?
You know what? I don't recall. I think we were probably talking.
Bipolar.
Stop. Go ahead.
We were probably talking and gonna get into an argument. I just didn't want to deal with it, so.
So you lock yourself in a car while you're pregnant? How smart is that?
Well, you leave me while I'm pregnant and cheat.
That's better for you that I left, because if I wouldn't have left, I'll explain why. I'll explain why it's better.
Mr. Alsup.
I'll explain why.
I'm getting a lot of heat from over this side of the room.
Yes, ma'am.
And even when you get on anywhere near a topic that upset you from before, you get just as upset again. And if I were to back up and leave you alone, you would turn into a tornado.
I'm not upset right now. I'm telling you exactly why I did it. Because I'd rather leave a situation like that when I know she has my child in her, and for her to keep stressing out, that's not good for my child. I was going to come back for my child no matter what.
Mr. Alsup, but wouldn't it have been best for her? It's stressful to be pregnant, and the guy you pregnant by just dips.
Yep.
You don't know where, hang
Yes, ma'am.
on, just dips. And you don't have that support. You don't know where he is. You don't know if he's coming back. That is extraordinarily stressful on the mother of your baby.
Exactly.
Respond to that.
She didn't know that, but she knew my whereabouts. I would call Miss Jacobs while I was back home. She would ignore me, text me, "Oh, you don't need to be in your child. You're never going to see your child. You don't need to be in your child's life."
What was the underlying issues you two had that made it so contentious that you felt you needed to leave?
She wasn't happy. She was never happy. And how can you want to be around somebody that's never happy? It's like she made me feel like I was nothing to her. So therefore...
Well, let me ask you, let me back up. When you first met, I mean, why did you had 2 children with her, so you had to kind of like her at a moment.
Yeah, I like her sometimes.
So even when you met her, when you first dating, was she just a perpetually dissatisfied and unhappy person? Ms. Jacobs, was that a little bit of it? That you thought this cat might be in the NFL and you got on that ride?
No, it wasn't even about that.
Exactly.
It wasn't.
It happens.
It's exactly what happened, Your Honor.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. So was she perpetually dissatisfied and happy early on in your relationship?
Yes and no. And I know that sounds crazy, but when I first met her, Miss Jacobs had all her own. She had her own place, had her car, everything. I was young when I met her. I was in college going wild, so I was appalled by that. And another...
You were appalled by...
Not appalled, well, that intrigued me about her.
Oh, okay, okay. You found it appealing.
Yeah, I found it appealing that she was a little older, had all her own stuff. Well, Miss Jacobs...
That's usually not a good criteria for a relationship. I'm just saying, she's older and she got all her own stuff.
At my age that I was young.
Yeah, I understand that, but even when you're young, that's not good criteria.
But growing up where I'm from, if you don't never see too many people with something, so when you do see somebody with something, it's almost like you're a deer in headlights, like, wow. And that's how I felt. At first, I was like, okay, but it wasn't that at all.
So you're disappointed that you dug in a mine that didn't produce as much gold as you meant?
I felt like I got tricked.
Wow.
Yes. I felt like I got tricked by her.
No.
Wow. Do you mean that you went after her for her money?
No,
and now
it wasn't money. She didn't have money. She had her stuff together.
Yeah, but you went after her because she had her stuff, but when you found out you didn't have she didn't have all the stuff you thought she had, you felt tricked.
No, but that's but when your daddy told you, when you find a man, make sure he got his stuff together. She had her stuff together, so that's what I was attracted to.
Don't talk about my father. You don't know what he told. No, no. He said go to Harvard, period. He ain't talking about nothing else. So you don't go there. Don't go there.
Well,
don't go there.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, when a woman does that, they call her a gold digger, and they have all kinds of nasty, rude comments to say about it. No. And now,
It's a gold digger when you're going after somebody for their money. I wasn't going after her for her money or she didn't.
You were going after her for her stuff, but until you realized her parents had the stuff and not her.
It had nothing to do with the stuff. She looked from the outside looking in.
I was taking care of myself.
Like she was going on the right path. No, you were not.
I was working two jobs, taking care of my son.
You weren't taking care of your stuff.
What were you doing?
Dad, look at me now.
10 years later, okay.
Okay.
At the time,
hey, let's stop this. Let's stop this. Ms. Jacobs, were you perpetually unhappy when you met him?
At first, no. The situation, at the time, when I met him, I was living on my own with my son. For certain reasons, I had to move back with my parents. He eventually moved in with me and my parents. He wasn't working at the time.
I didn't work for a 3-month period while I was training for football, and you were so riled around it thinking that I was the golden ticket.
No. Ms. Jacobs, was that a little bit of it? That you thought this cat might be in the NFL and you got on that ride?
No, it wasn't even about that.
It happens.
It's exactly what happened, Your Honor.
It happens. In divorce court, couples tell me everything about their relationships. Want to share your experience? Join the conversation on our Twitter page at Divorce Court. On Facebook, check out other fans and their intimate issues. You know everybody has something to say about love. What's on your mind? I think both of you have ample reason to be angry with the other one. I think everybody got used a little bit. I think everybody got into the relationship for the wrong reasons a little bit. I think you did try to turn her around and do the right thing and bring her down to Tucson. I think you may be a little depressed or something. You may have some emotional issues there that you're dealing with. It is difficult living with somebody who's unhappy. We don't know what the situation is. She may be depressed. It may be circumstantial. I don't know. You moved down to Tucson. It's hot down there, and you don't know anybody. I don't know what happened. I know when I first moved to Arizona, I got depressed for a little while because it was just, you couldn't go outside and stuff. I don't know I didn't know anybody. I don't know what it is. But can I ask you this? For the sake of your children, put a period on all of that upset and that anger and what happened yesterday and what she didn't do and what she can't clean, and become a kinder, gentler individual. Because whatever chaos you create under her feet will rock the foundation of your children. And you too much man to do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I believe, and as loud as you get and as angry as you get, I still think you're a reasonable person. I really do. You're frustrated, but remember, frustration and anger, all of that is just emotion. You say she's emotional depressed, you're just as emotional as she is. Emotions can be handled. Anger can be handled a lot easier than the depression. So you handle your business and you go see somebody. I want you to be happy. I want you to feel like getting up and taking care of yourself and your kids and going forward with your life, with or without him. I want you to feel good about yourself, and I don't think you do. I think you feel beat up by him. I think you feel beat up by life, and maybe that's what's beating you down. But whatever it is, get in there and build it back up. And don't you make it hard for her to do. Do you understand? Because you both have to parent those kids. I wish you both the best. This matter is adjourned. Anger is a feeling. Displaying anger is a choice. No matter how you feel, you do have the capacity to behave better, especially when it's for your kids.
Divorce court is now in session.
Mrs. Jackie Durham and Mr. Nigel Durham, the two of you have been married for 13 years, together 14 years. You don't want to be married anymore, although I understand you'd like to hang in there a little longer, and you're finished, I believe. Mrs. Durham, you said in your papers that your wedding was so awful you should have known that the marriage wasn't going to work. Tell me what went wrong on your wedding day.
Everything. I was 3 hours late for the wedding. Well, the entire wedding party was 3 hours late. There was a ceremony going on before ours that ran over, and we couldn't get in to start until 3 hours later. I had this beautiful ball gown, wedding gown that I bought. Had it on layaway for a year. It was beautiful. I waved brown makeup from the top of the gown all the way to the very bottom and hit the floor, and it was a brown streak down the whole gown. I cried, and I was actually going to call it off at that point because there was so much going wrong. But, you know, followed family's advice, and I continued, showed up to the venue, and that's when I saw his hair. He showed up to the wedding with curly puffs in his hair. And I didn't know how to take that. I think I was more taken by that than I was the whole wedding.
Well, now how old was he when you married him?
He was 22, I was 28.
He was 22 and 28, and he came in with curly puffs.
Yes, everybody kept coming to me and was like, you know, have you seen Nigel's hair? And I was like, no, I hadn't seen him because we didn't see each other that day. And I said, no, and more and more people kept coming to me, have you seen Nigel's hair? And I was like, well, what's wrong? And they started to freak me out, like, what's wrong? Did he cut his hair? Like, what's going on? And they was like, no, girl, it's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything's fine. And as my father, you know, grabbed my hand and we started to walk down the aisle, and I'm looking at the end of the aisle, and all I could stare at was
his curly puffs.
Two big
Didn't anybody talk to you before the ceremony and make a few suggestions about how you should appear?
It wasn't no
Your
puffs.
Honor,
It wasn't no afro
It was braided
puffs.
into two bunny ear puffs.
Two buns on the side of your head?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
I don't know.
And my brother actually finished my vows for me.
How come?
Yeah, he
What?
finished.
But why?
Nah, my vows. My vows. Like he said I do and all that.
He said I do. When the pastor.
For you?
Yes.
Well, what were you doing?
I mean,
He just jumped in and
he
said
just jumped
it.
in. I mean,
Well, you didn't know what to say?
no, I knew exactly what to say. I was good. I mean,
Well,
but
what was the problem?
I don't know. I guess it wasn't going quick enough for him. So
Everybody had
wrap,
waited.
He
It was a
wanted
long
to wrap it
time.
up.
But what, was he taking too long to say I do? Was he thinking about it? What?
No, he was on time. I just think my brother wanted to move it right along. Let's go, let's go.
Oh, okay. You were already 3 hours late. You want to let's get through these vows, get down to the party.
Right, let's go.
So we
right.
can all do the electric slide. I got
And
it.
so
Yeah, exactly.
when it came to exchanging the rings,
So you see how things is kind of rushed. You know
Rush
what I'm saying?
through. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, that's rushing. That's kind of the problem. Like we kind of rush things.
when it came down to the rings, I was trying to give him his ring, but my matron of honor got the ring stuck on her finger. And no one ate at our wedding.
Because?
The venue was 3 hours late. The caterer couldn't cook. There was no food.
There was no food.
No food.
So they waited 3 hours, waited for a slow I do, and still didn't get to eat.
Not one bite of food.
That's unfortunate.
Stuff was raw.
Stuff was raw, and they dropped it all off at our home. Raw, uncooked food.
I understand that you guys were having trouble even before you got married, because once you announced your marriage, an ex popped up and started some nonsense. Why don't you tell me what happened there?
You talking about the fake pregnancy scare?
Yeah, the fake pregnancy scare. Tell me about that.
My ex, like we was rocky. We just wasn't on the same page and whatnot, and I wanted to move on and whatnot, and I guess I just didn't do it in the proper manner. So by me not doing it in the proper manner, things got screwed up, and she ended up calling the phone that I had in connection with Jackie.
Do you remember the phone call?
Now I do. I
Yeah,
didn't
tell me
then,
about
but now
the
I do.
phone call.
The phone call is, this young lady called my phone. I'm at work. Doing my job. I get a phone call on my cell phone, my daytime minutes, and she's telling me, well, I might be pregnant by Nigel. And I'm like, I don't understand what might be means. Either you are or you aren't. Well, she said, well, I am. I said, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and send your baby daddy back to you. I don't need this drama.
Yeah. Did you put him out?
I sure did.
Did she put you out? And did you go back to the ex, or did you have somewhere else to land?
No, I didn't go to the ex. It just so happens that my cousin stayed in the same apartment complex. So when she put all my stuff out, threw all my CDs and everything out, and my clothes or whatever, and had the whole neighborhood, looking at me on Spotlight, I just had to walk over to my cousin's place and kind of duck away from there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were looking at him or they were looking at the bonfire I had started with his stuff.
You lit his stuff on fire?
Yeah.
Now, Mrs. Durham, you are 6 years older than this man. You should have known better than to light his clothes on fire.
Yes, ma'am. I should have, but I was really, really angry. I'm sorry. I really was. He used my car to go and see this woman. He called her from my cell phone, and that's how she got my number to call me back. And I thought it was just
made you look crazy.
Yes.
I understand.
Well, in the beginning of the marriage, he did cheat on me, and I found out that he had a 2-year affair within those 3 years.
Mr. Durham? Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mrs. Durham, I understand that your husband is a videographer.
Yes.
Does he do music videos and stuff like that?
He does music videos. He also does commercials. And he also records events and parties and stuff like that. Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha. My understanding is you have some concerns about scantily clad women that he works with. Tell me about that.
He does a lot of rap videos, a lot of strip club promotions and stuff like that. So he's around these type of women all day, every day. And it could be a bit overwhelming when you see stuff being sent to him, pictures and stuff like that being sent to him online. And
what, are they auditioning for him, or?
Yeah, or they just want to be in his life some way. I don't know. A lot of these women send stuff that doesn't have anything to do with business.
But they just sending it.
Yes.
Are women sending you?
What that got to do with me, though? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't control what gets sent to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it just comes along with the territory.
So, but you don't engage in conversation. You don't comment back. You don't say, "Wow, baby, you look good."
If it's not about
none
business,
of that.
then it's deleted.
Has he ever done anything that caused you concern about his response to these things? Has he ever done anything to make you feel like he's been unfaithful?
Well, in the beginning of the marriage, he did cheat on me. We were about 3 years into the marriage, and I found out that he had a 2-year affair within those 3 years.
Mr. Durham, do you mean to tell me out of the first 3 years of marriage with this woman, you were having an affair with somebody else for 2 of them?
Yeah, it didn't have nothing to do with business, nothing like that. I mean, it was...
Oh, we're off the business topic. We're just talking about you cheating.
Yeah, I mean, that had more so to do with the fact that I guess I felt like I hadn't really got too much out of my system, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you were too young to settle down and you needed to sow some wild oats.
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a different experience. It was something like a different type,
Let me ask you this. Why did you get married at 22? Because it is young.
I mean...
Now I know why his brother said I do for him. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm not, I'm not disparaging you, but it takes a moment to get from here to there.
No, I mean, pressure could be. I mean,
what kind of pressure were you under?
To keep it real, like.
I'd appreciate it.
I was actually asked when I was going to propose.
Who asked you that?
We was laying in bed, like, you know what I'm saying, when are you going to propose to me?
I think he had me confused
So
with
were
the
you
other
two
woman.
living together when that happened?
Yeah.
Your Honor, I never asked him because I wasn't prepared myself. I was 28 years old. I had my own money, my own job, my own home, car, and I had 4 children. I wasn't trying to marry this man at 22 years old. I was 28 years old. I know that you don't have it out of your system. But when he asked me, I was in love with him. You know, when he asked me, I said yes. But he asked me. I didn't come to him. I just told him, I'm not going to waste my time. If we're not going anywhere, let me know.
That's not exactly how the words went.
Okay, let's talk about this for a minute.
I'm feeling like she can't put herself in my shoes. She can't respect what I do for us. Sometimes I feel like, the kids get more respect than me sometimes.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mrs. Durham, you say that you wait on Mr. Durham hand and foot, like he's an extra kid and not a husband.
Yes.
Why don't you explain that to me?
I'm a country Southern girl. My mother been married for 45 years, my grandparents 66 years, and I've always seen them take care of the men. You clean, you cook, you bring them their plate. You do what you have to do as a woman to keep the household together. You support the man, that's what you do. I did that.
Yeah, taking care is different from being a dictator.
What does he bring to the table in the marriage?
He does provide money.
Economically?
Yes.
Is it a significant contribution economically?
Yes.
Okay. But otherwise, all the domestic duties are on you. Is that what you're saying?
All of them. Everything.
Okay. What is your response to that, Mr. Durham?
That's ridiculous. I mean, if she knew what I went through on a day-to-day basis, you know what I'm saying, as far as my work and whatnot, because I'm not doing the video thing 100% like I want to be doing it. I still got to do other stuff. I still got to do warehouse, strenuous type stuff that I don't want to be doing, but I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I still got to do that kind of stuff, and she don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? When I'm aching from head to toe and all that kind of stuff, I mean, I may slack up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, but I try to be that team.
Well, you work as well, do you not?
Yes, ma'am, I do. And not only that, he feels like
it's nowhere compared to the kind of stuff that I do.
And that's what he does. He discredits what I do. That's what he does. Just because he works.
Physical labor as opposed to intellectual labor.
Right. He feels like I don't do anything, or what I do is not as
strenuous.
As strenuous as what he does, or he doesn't give me the credit.
She in the AC. I'm in a hot warehouse. You know what I'm saying, sweating, like totally drenched and whatnot.
Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Durham. You mentioned that she's a dictator. In what way is she a dictator?
All kind of ways, from just day-to-day stuff, like, picking up my stuff. I mean, I'm gonna get, a lot of times she jumps the gun. I'm gonna get my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's gonna take me some time and everything, because I ain't gonna move. I just came from a hard shift. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect me to be this prompt and everything with everything. I'm gonna get to it. Just give me some time. And even with my business and whatnot, like if she hear me on the phone trying to negotiate something, sometimes she'll jump into my conversation like I don't know how to handle my business. All kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You're really frustrated, aren't you, Mr. Durham?
I mean...
You came out here kind of calm, but I think we've tapped into some real frustration on your part. What are you feeling? Do you feel like an equal partner, or are you feeling...
I'm feeling like she can't put herself in my shoes. Like, I don't want her to be in my shoes, but she can't respect where I'm coming from. Like, she can't respect what I do. She can't respect how hard I go for us.
Do you think it's because you're younger than she is?
Probably. But then I don't know, because sometimes I feel like, the kids get more respect than me sometimes.
Give me an example of that.
Like, if I feel passionate about something, like if I say something, it's like I'm wrong, like, I need to tone my voice down. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could talk over me, but I need to tone my voice down. Like,
Your Honor, I don't.
Do you hear his frustration over there?
I do.
Do you think you understand where it stems from?
I actually don't, because, like he stated, he feels like just because I'm at home, when I do the wash, the cleaning, folding, ironing, hanging up clothes, vacuuming,
in the
washing
AC, at your own
just
comfortable
because I'm at
pace.
home, what I do is not hard, strenuous work because I'm at home. You know, and when he comes in from work and he throws his clothes at the door after I just got done cleaning, he'll drop his
Do
stuff.
you work outside the home?
Me? No.
Nope.
Oh, well, now, Ms. Durham.
But I do.
How much
but
of a Southern woman could you be if you at home all day long cooking and cleaning and you gonna get mad because this man came in from a warehouse and put his clothes on the floor?
But Your Honor,
can sit
That
down
doesn't sound
whenever
like a
she
whole lot
wants
of
to.
care to me.
She can sit down whenever she wants to. She can take it. She
I
can,
understand,
you
I
know,
understand. In divorce court, couples tell me everything about their relationships. Want to share your experience? Join the conversation on our Twitter page at Divorce Court. On Facebook, check out other fans and their intimate issues. You know everybody has something to say about love. What's on your mind? I think what we have going on here is a guy who was young, living with a woman, wasn't quite ready to get married, but felt like he couldn't continue to stay unless he did. Am I right?
No, that's more so what I said earlier about just being, like, feeling obligated. Like,
That's what obligated is. You feel like you had to.
yeah.
Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. I understand how you felt about some guy living in your house and you asking him, where is this going? Because you just can't live up in here and do anything. Here's where you made your mistake. Don't let no guy just move in with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a mistake so many women make.
Right.
You know? If somebody isn't coming to you, bringing something to the table, don't let him just come in and lay his head there because he doesn't have anywhere else to go. That's not your problem. You didn't create him. You got 4 kids. You got things to do. And then you don't have to wonder, well, where is this going? And possibly rush a guy who isn't ready because he's laying up in your house. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Durham, I think she's doing what a lot of women do that men find frustrating. I do it to my husband. I call it expediting. I can get out about 27 sentences before he can get out 3 words.
Oh.
That's just because that's how I roll.
Yeah, that's it.
And women talk a lot. We do. And we take care of a lot of divergent business all over the place, all at the same time. And I believe that sometimes in an effort to assist, we just get on y'all's nerves. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that pressure, like I said, being a dictator, being
I got
an
it.
iron fist.
I think divorce is a good thing for y'all. I hate saying that to people, but I think it is because I think he isn't at all ready. He isn't at all committed to it. You know what I mean? It's been a long time. It's been a while. You go your separate ways. Maybe one day you come back together and get it together, but right now I think it's a good idea, and I wish you both the best. This matter is adjourned. Sometimes I think the worst thing people do is not make a bad decision, but fail to make any decision at all. If you just kind of roll into something, you roll in to let somebody live with you, then you roll into, we'll get married because we don't know what else to do, you kind of just roll into a long legacy of trouble. Decide to decide.
Divorce court is now in session.
I have here before me Carolyn Holly and Trinell Holly. The two of you have been together for 12 years, married for 5 years. You do not want to be married anymore. Mrs. Holly, you contend that Mr. Holly stole your engagement ring, pawned it, and you couldn't get it back, and you are suing him for the value of that ring, which you claim is $3,100.
Yes.
So before we get there, Ms. Holly, I want you to start out and tell me a little bit about your relationship and how it ended up right here in divorce court.
No problem. I originally met Mr. Hawley, and I was in junior high, he was in high school, through mutual friends. And in the beginning, it was good. You know, we built a friendship. We, used to hang out, go to football games, dances. He would tell me about his relationships. I would tell him about mine and stuff I was going through. And that went on for some time until, it became something else. And I want to say my senior year, I got really sick. And I ended up going to the doctors. My grandmother took me, and that's when I found out I was pregnant. I, told Mr. Hawley, and everything, he told me, don't worry about it, give me time. I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna find a job, just don't worry about it. He seemed happy. After that, I didn't see Mr. Hawley again until, I wanna say I was about 6 months. I had ran into him. And then after that, I didn't see him again, I wanna say until after my son was born.
No, wait a minute, hang on. You were dating?
Yes, we were dating in high school.
You were dating. You told him that you were pregnant?
Yes.
Was he still in high school with you? I mean, was he dodging you in the hall? I mean,
Well,
how did you not see him?
He was a year older than me.
Oh.
He was a year older than me. So when I was in 12th grade, he had already, he was out of school.
Gotcha.
So.
And he made himself scarce after you found out. Now, Mr. Hawley, is that true?
Not exactly as that, but yeah, you can say that. I didn't really think the kid was mine for a minute, so I kind of moved out.
Now, what made
That's
you
a
believe
lie.
the child wasn't yours?
Because, like I say, when I was doing what I was doing, she was also doing what she was doing, and
That's not true.
when I left, the baby was in someone else's name. So when I came back, owned it up like a man. And
But you
took it
knew
as
there
mine.
was a possibility that the
Yes,
child
ma'am.
might
Yes,
be
ma'am.
yours.
Yes, ma'am. But
So why wouldn't you just stick around just on that kind of tip?
I was nervous, moved on.
He ran from the
got on.
DNA test. I positioned him a DNA test, and he ran from that. I had to call them every day, go by there.
Wasn't slightly
pop up.
like that, but
It was like that. His mother
What was
and
it
father-
really like?
I moved on just because I really didn't think it was mine. In my head, I just didn't have no confidence that the
You
child
were
was
hoping
mine.
it wasn't yours.
You can say that too. Yeah, you can also say that too. Yeah, you can say that too, but people make mistakes and I move on.
Okay. Now, when did he finally get back into your life?
I want to say my son was almost 1 when he took the DNA test. He found out it was his. I was upset, but we kind of worked things out for my son's sake. And, it was okay for a little while until he started with the cheating and a lot of other things that we dealt with.
Now, were you married when he was cheating? Because you've been together for a long time, but only married 5 years.
Well, he was cheating before we got married.
Cheating before marriage.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you
Off and
something.
on.
You're with a guy, you've been friends forever, you get pregnant, he bolts, he doesn't come back. When he does come back, he's cheating on you. What prompted you to say, he's good husband material, let me go ahead on and marry him?
It wasn't so much as that. I forgave him for a lot of things he did because it wasn't always bad. So I forgave him because I loved him. And at the point of us getting married, I was actually thinking about not dealing with him any longer. And I guess, he asked me and I felt like, maybe if we get married, things will get better.
Okay.
So,
Mr. Hawley, why did you ask her to marry you?
At the time, I felt like I was ready to settle down. It was things moving up, we was doing better at the time. Our relationship was coming back to be more friends and more lover, It was picking up and it was looking good at the time, so I decided to marry her, I didn't want to let her go.
All right.
Plus, my past was kind of hard to recover without the ring.
Mr. Hawley, why don't you tell me what you think started the marriage down the path to divorce?
I would say my past history of, like you say, my cheating and
Now, when
her
you say
attitude
past
towards me kind
history,
of led me to do other things
Mental
because
abuse.
I felt she was into the other side of messing with other people. So my guilty conscience also got me trapped into that situation of me doing what I was doing.
Did you cheat on her throughout your relationship, or was there a period of time after you got married that you stopped?
Off and on. You could say that, off
So
and on.
that's throughout.
Right.
What was the longest period of time that you were faithful?
Oh, I always want to say, I'll give you I was good for about a good 4 years. Good 4 years doing
good
before
4
the
years?
marriage. Before the marriage. Before the marriage.
Then you said I do it. All bets were off.
Before the marriage.
Okay.
Before the marriage.
Tell me about what happened in Las Vegas.
Okay, it was a family vacation. It was my son's birthday. We went, a family trip. I caught him with another woman. I'm
You didn't
calling his
catch me.
phone. I'm calling his phone. He claimed he was walking up and down the strip looking for me, and his phone died. So he, approached another woman and was asking to use her phone, but the whole while I'm calling him, I'm watching him forward my calls.
Mr. Hawley, what do you
No.
say happened in Vegas?
Didn't go down like that, but
Yes,
okay, yes, Vegas trip did happen like that with me with another woman, but you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing like that to be looking at it like that. I was using this other woman for a cell phone for trying to find my wife, you know what I mean? And the girl was just so happened to be telling me. You know what I mean? She was telling me, following me along. You know, I'm using her phone, so that's what happened.
She was telling you?
Yeah, she was like telling me around. She was following me around, you know.
Tailing?
Yeah, tailing me. You know what I mean?
No. Can I say something?
Yes.
When I approached him and the woman, I asked him, what's going on? I was calling you. I could watch you for my calls.
And the woman also told you it was nothing like that.
I asked her, I said, are you a family member I haven't met? Or, you know, because his family was there, you know, we were all there as well. And she says no, and he tells her, you don't have to explain anything to her. So me and him get into an argument. She's there the whole time. I'm like, okay, I'm here with my husband. You could leave now since he, you know, he's trying to use your phone or whatever the case is. He told her to stay there the whole time. So security comes. You know, they have a zero tolerance in Vegas. They tell us to separate. Me and the kids separate because I didn't want to ruin my son's birthday. He separates with her and leaves, but he's using her phone.
You left with that woman? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You left that woman.
No, I did not do that. But I walked off with her for about 5 inches or so, you know what I mean? To just get away from the situation. That was it, you know what I mean?
Mr. Holly, you didn't play poker while you were in Vegas, did you?
No. Played some slot machine.
Good decision. Because you have got no bluff, you've got no, fake out. Your face is telling on you.
He was drunk as well.
But, you know, like it was an editorial. Could you tell me about the time you found a videotape of him having sex with another woman?
Yes. Mr. Hawley was intoxicated, passed out on the couch. I went through his phone, and in his phone was a video of another woman and him, you know, holding the phone out as if he was taking a selfie.
Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mrs. Holly, could you tell me about the time you found a videotape of him having sex with another woman?
Yes. Mr. Hawley was intoxicated, passed out on the couch. I went through his phone, and in his phone was a video of another woman and him, you know, holding the phone out as if he was taking a selfie.
Now, wait a minute. Now. Can you tell it to me in a way that I won't pass out?
Yes. The woman was giving him service.
Got you. Okay. Mr. Holly, can you deny that, or are you just going to just leave it where it is?
I don't think that was me in that video. That's what I can tell you.
Just on his phone.
I don't think that was me in that video.
Okay.
I don't think so.
It wasn't me,
It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I said no. It was not me, Judge. I don't believe that was me. But if it was, I probably was intoxicated, like you said. I don't know, though, but it wasn't me.
Now, Mr. Holly, we've gotten plenty of dirt on you. So I'm going to allow you to tell me what you believe how you believe Mrs. Holly has contributed to the demise of this union.
As far as the way she dresses, kills me a little bit. She wears this at church sometimes.
No, I don't.
Public places, family reunions, anywhere. I'm like, oh, okay. So she doesn't respect me as a man of me doing things I want to do. She nags too much. She's always in my brain about me want to make her right. She want to get mad at me because I want to make her laugh.
Okay.
You know, so
why don't you tell me some of the things that she does and says that demonstrate she doesn't respect you as a man?
For instance, punk, sucker. I don't like them words. I don't like to be used.
And she calls you those things?
Yes, in front of people, in front of company. I just don't like it. It upsets me, you know what I mean?
Do you believe she's ever cheated on you?
My heart, yes.
In your heart?
Yeah.
That means you have no evidence, you
None
just said
at all. No,
what?
No visual.
No visual?
No visual.
Any texts, any lost time, any...
Well, it was one text, but I can't confirm it, you know. I'm not
What?
I can't confirm
What?
it. So it was a text that also said, how you doing, baby? But I don't know if that was a dad or father. I never confirmed who that was yet.
What was the number? Because I don't have no idea.
I don't remember the number.
I bet you don't.
But as far as there, I don't have any incidents to say she's cheating on me yet. But, I mean, hey, she's going out every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, turning up on a Tuesday.
Now, listen, she's got you on video and you just showing me some shorts. Well,
Thank you.
I don't believe
Thank you.
that video. I don't believe that
Thank
was
you.
me.
You got a big hulking long over here.
She
You
never
got a little
showed me
fly
this
over
video.
there in
She
the
must
suit.
have deleted this
Oh,
video.
you need to stop.
I never
Mrs.
seen
Holly,
it.
let
I
me tell you
confronted
something.
you.
You say that not only is he cheating, but when he's not cheating, he's just plain old a nuisance. He plays dominoes all the time.
Like an old man.
Tell me about how he is when he's at
I
home.
love dominoes.
When he's at home, which is, you know, he's in between. So when he's at home, he's just disrespectful. Like, he gets irritated really fast, especially when he's drinking. He has a drinking problem. He'll tell me I'm ugly. You know, he'll tell me, you know, when I contemplate leaving him, no other guy will want you. If they do, it's only to use you. He'll try to, you know, put me down, and he's
Out of
miserable
retaliation,
to be around.
Judge. Out of retaliation for the words she
Retaliation
said.
for what?
He's
For the fact that
miserable
she
to be
calls you
around.
other
the same
women?
words, so I just try to use it towards her to anger her, you know, make her angry.
But what are you
I
retaliating
don't mean
for?
it, but you know, people say
has no
things
reason.
when they don't mean when they're angry.
I
That's
work,
all.
I go to school, I take care of your son.
I
I
also
hold the
does
house
that
down.
too, so just things we're not meeting eye to eye with, I guess.
You have
Pardon?
odd jobs.
Just not meeting eye to eye with it. That's all.
Are you an active and attentive father?
Yes.
Is
He's
he
a good father, yeah. He's just a bad
Yes.
husband.
a good father but a bad husband?
Yeah, he's a good father.
Yes,
You know, when this thing ends, as well it should, don't interrupt that relationship. Encourage it.
No,
you know,
never.
you're mad at you know.
Never.
I mean, and I don't know, and I have no sense that you're going to do that.
Yeah.
But I always like to say that because it's easy to get that all when you're mad and tumbled, you've been used and abused,
Yeah.
and then and let that be. Don't mess in that.
Yeah.
Not that you would, but I'm just putting it out there and make it easy for her to be nice to you.
Yes,
You know
ma'am.
what I mean? Don't be a jerk about anything.
Nah.
Because you got jerk tendencies.
Yes, he does.
But I also love my kids though, so I don't.
And they love you.
How much did you pay for the ring?
30. We got
He
it for
didn't
like
pay for
31,
anything.
but I didn't pay for it. She paid for it. But I thought we was together at the time, so we was doing it together. You know, she my backbone, I'm hers.
You mean to tell me it made logical sense to you that you found a ring in a place you thought it oughtn't be,
Right.
so you would go and lose all of that money to pawn it? If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. So, Mrs. Holly, tell me about the ring that you say Mr. Holly pawned.
Okay, me and Mr. Holly at that time were not in a good place. I went to work, I was washing the dishes that night, and I put it, you know, up on top of the microwave. I went to work and forgot to put it back on. When I got home, it wasn't there. So I called Mr. Holly, you know, and let him know. I thought maybe somebody had came into the house or broke into the house because the door wasn't closed all the way and, you know, stole it. So he came home and he was helping me find it for 2 days, tearing the house up and down. And my mom is kind of good friends with the, you know, the neighborhood pawn shop. So long story short, my mother called me and said, I think your ring is in here. So I come down to the pawn shop and it's in the for sale, you know, where they put the
Yeah, the
counter.
window in the
Yes,
display.
The display. And so, you know, I showed them my owner's certificate and everything, and I told them it was my ring, and they were telling me, well, you know, they pulled it up and his name was on the slip. And they said, you know, in order for you to get it back, I have to pay $400 because being that me and Mr. Holly are married, they would not just give it back to me. Right. So when I did, you know, save the money, I went back and the ring was gone.
Mr. Holly, tell me what happened with the ring.
Well, yes, I found it. We were searching for it, and I absolutely found it. But I felt like if she
Did
lost
you
this-
pawn it?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you pawn it?
Because, you know, at the time I was careless at the time. I didn't understand why would she lose her ring or act like she lost the ring, talking about she was washing dishes. But it didn't make any sense because where I found the ring at doesn't look like it was in no dishing area.
How much did you pay for the ring?
30. We got
He
her for
didn't
like
pay for
31,
anything.
but I didn't pay for it. She paid for it. But I thought we was together at the time, so we was doing it together, you know. She my backbone, I'm hers.
You mean to tell me it made logical sense to you that you found a ring in a place you thought it oughtn't be,
Right.
so you would go and lose all of that money to pawn it? I mean, how much money did they give to you?
My intentions was to get it back, but my
But
money
what was the
didn't come in.
purpose of pawning it?
I don't know. I was broke at the time, so I just decided to get some
He
change.
had it to begin with. He helped me find it when he already had it.
No, not true.
Mr. Holly? No. It's all over for you. Don't ever be a con man. Don't ever try to play poker. Don't ever do anything that requires a lot of thought.
Right.
Exactly, because he doesn't think. He doesn't think at all.
In divorce court, people tell me the most intimate details of their lives. Join the conversation and share your experience on our Twitter page @Divorce Court and on our Facebook page. See how fans deal with their own relationships. The discussion can get heated. Don't miss it. Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram @Divorce Court. Mrs. Holly, I want to applaud you for only having one child with this individual over here. You saw ridiculous, you saw silly, you saw foolish, and you saw fit not to have another baby with her. Not everybody does that, and applause to you for that.
Thank you.
I'm going to applaud her, too.
Now, Mr. Holly, you know, I've already called you all the names that I could think of that would be appropriate to say in a row.
Yes, ma'am.
So let me beg you to be a better person. Let me beg you to be an example to your kid, because children don't do what you tell them to do. They do what they see you do. And if you're running around with this woman, that woman, the other woman, and pawning people's rings and doing all that kind of stuff,
yes,
your kid will grow up to be trifling and no count. You're going to be bailing them out of jail and all that kind of stuff. You don't want that kind of kid.
Yes,
be the kind of man you want your son to be.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you engage in conduct which demonstrates the lack of a moral compass, it destroys their ability to build a moral compass. And you don't want that to happen.
Right.
So you were light, you were wrong, you were foolish, you lost a good woman. And the only women that are going to put up with that kind of nonsense that you do are the ones that you don't really need. Having said that, I will say this. You took that ring and you pawned it. You had no right to take it. It was her ring. Your explanation for it is beyond absurd. Consequently, I will give her $3,100. It is so ordered. Wow. As big of a mess as Carolyn and Trinell were, they did a couple of things right that a lot of people don't do. Number one, when they realized their marriage was a mess, they didn't continue to have children. And number two, even though he didn't have a moral compass, he at least had enough sense to be a good father to his child. Now, he's got to keep it up, though. He can't just tell him the right thing. He's got to show him.
Court is now in session.
Mr. Lewis, Ms. Hunter, you two have been married 12 years, and from what I can see here, you two file divorce papers on each other regularly. Every time somebody gets mad, somebody gets served. Explain how this relationship began. Ms. Hunter, I'm going to start with you. You answer that question.
We are high school sweethearts. We have 2 children together. I was pregnant in high school, and he was a grade higher than I was.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Was the decision to marry a function of the baby?
No.
So had you not had that child at that time, you still would have gotten married?
Yes.
And you were how old?
16.
And your mother and father or your parents or whoever was looking after you, did they know that that's what you were considering?
No.
How come not?
Because my mother was against it. I was young. I was supposed to be educated first, you know, follow the correct
Do you
steps.
see the logic in that at all?
Yes, I see it now.
You know what I
after a
mean?
while.
You kind of with that.
Correct.
Right.
But when you're young and naive and you have all these hormones in the first time that you see somebody, you know, you want to share life with them. Because a companion, when we first met, you know, it was actually, I liked him. very much.
Quiet as it's kept. I was young once, and I had hormones too, and I saw men and this, that, and the other thing. But you don't have to do what your hormones tell you to do. You can do what your mind tells you to do, and your parents. That's what parents are for, to kind of harness in those hormones till your brain kicks in.
Well, well, you could say that, but you know, if you're living a life, you're not going to live it alone. Just because I was in high school and I'm a certain age doesn't mean, you know, I did something incorrect.
I didn't say you were incorrect. I was saying that, you know, people come in here and talk about I was in love and all this. At 16, I was a foolish person. If I'd have married the husband I got now, who I've had for 30 years at 16, we still wouldn't be together because I didn't have any sense. And how you feel and what you need to do aren't necessarily the same things, because my understanding is you two filed divorce papers on each other on the regular. Is that right?
False. He filed divorce papers at the beginning. I did not know of it at all until he told me. Then, you know, based on that, we ended up working things out. So, you know, we furthered our relationship. Then it comes to this point where we don't get along at all. So I ended up, I filed, and that's only twice. We didn't go back and forth of filing all this stuff. And then I didn't proceed into it at all.
Are they kind of like warning letters? You fill out the petition for divorce and you serve it as kind of like a warning without really intending to go through with it?
It was kind of something like that, to let him know I'm fed up. We need to get it together. We need to work as a family.
I got you. Mr. Lewis, let me ask you this. You were a football star in high school, right?
Yes, I did.
All the ladies loved you?
Not like that.
Not like that?
No.
It wasn't like that. My understanding was, however, that you were so intoxicated at the wedding that you said, "my awfully wedded wife." Is that accurate?
Yes, it's accurate.
Now, why were you drunk at the wedding? I know a lot of guys get drunk before the wedding, pass out at the altar. I see that. But drunk at the altar, explain how that happened.
I wasn't drunk. I was intoxicated over marijuana, not drinking.
Oh, okay. I had the wrong substance.
Drink.
My
yeah,
bad.
Wrong substance.
So you were high.
Yes.
Did you know he was high?
Yes.
Did it bother you?
Yes. 'Cause I didn't
You
think he
say,
was-
Mr. Lewis, that despite the fact that you were, you know, at the wedding, that afterwards you were a hard-working guy that worked 2 jobs all the time. Is that true?
No, all the time. I worked there for 8 months, two and a half years.
What went wrong? Because, I mean, other than that, you know, you got married young. I never think that's a good idea, but you seemed to get it together. You had a couple of jobs. What started to go awry?
When we was younger, she would accuse me of cheating. Like, for example, she'll appear at places where I'll be at, accusing me of talking to a certain woman or ladies that be nearby. For example, I used to hang around in a complex, and there'd be women there sometimes. You know, they'd be there, and I don't know who they are. She'll pop up saying that I'm there for them.
Ms. Hunter, would you pop up on the man to see if he was misbehaving?
Yes, because I was hearing things through the grapevine.
What particular grapevine was this?
Through family members.
His family members
Yes.
were telling you that he's running around with other women?
Yes.
Did you believe him?
Yes, because he wasn't ever home.
He was never home. We're going to talk about who you believe, why you believed it, and how you got to the point where you had to look at him.
It's been 12 years off and on with this relationship, and obviously it's not working out to the point that I had to file.
Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mrs. Hunter, I want you to explain to me, how serious were those accusations and allegations about him cheating?
Very serious. Because when he wouldn't come home, when he would come home, he would only take showers. And
like, what time would he come in? Was he coming in at 6 after work and showering, or was it 3 a.m.?
No. Like he said, he was working 64 hours and everything. Then he ended up quitting one of the jobs. So then after quitting one of the jobs, he ended up going out and hanging out. I have no problems with that. But when I'm hearing through the grapevine, going to the movies and hanging out in certain locations without, trying to take me or his son, it is a kind of concern.
Would he tell you where he was going?
No,
Would he call?
Didn't. Nope.
He just didn't show?
No. And then when I try to call him, because they used to have chirps, I would chirp him. He wouldn't chirp me back at all. And if I do conversate with him, he'd be so irritated.
Did you ever catch him?
No.
No, but you tried.
I tried.
Mr. Lewis, did you ever cheat on her?
I had one encounter.
You did?
Your Honor, I'm young. I've been with her since I was 17 in high school. All I've been trying to do is make a life for us, and been trying to...
Well, tell me about that one encounter. When did it happen? Why did it happen? Did she know about it?
I informed her of the situation. She had served me some papers, and I thought once the papers was there, it was over between us. I was free to do what I want. But once...
Can I ask you a question about the serving of papers? Because, the serving of papers is a very definitive act.
Yes.
If I was upset and I wanted my husband to know I was upset, I would turn around and say, hey, Eric, let me tell you what you did that made me mad. I wouldn't go to court and fill out paperwork. So what did you think the paperwork would do that a conversation couldn't accomplish?
Because it's been 12 years, Your Honor.
Because what's been 12 years?
It's been 12 years off and on with this relationship, and obviously it's not working out to the point that I had to file.
You say you thought he was cheating. He admitted to one encounter. Did he tell you about that encounter?
Not really.
I'm not quite sure what you're so upset about, either one of you, that you filed papers. You kind of suspicious of him. He's going out and he's not really telling you where he is. That to me is a couple of conversations and a phone call resolution. What is it that burned you so that it made you file papers? That's what I want to know. What was so wrong?
We argue all the time. We don't.
What do you argue about?
Like just little things. Like we could talk about our son, and for example, if he's like football, for example, like coaching. Like if his son was being coached by another man and he didn't like the way that it was, we'll have a conversation. Like I don't like the way he threw that ball, and then he can say, well, I like how he caught the ball. He's not ever. I'm just trying to give an example.
Yeah, I'm trying to work with you too.
Yeah, that one is just off, but that's hard to explain right now. But what really pushed me to the edge is because we don't go out as a family.
Well, Ms. Hunter, I'm not sure you're sure why you're so angry. So I'm going to switch to Mr. Lewis, and we're going to try to figure out why he's angry.
Okay. When we did, end up marrying and stuff like that, he didn't want to give me his last name.
He didn't want to give you his last name?
No, I even tried to save our marriage, and he ripped our marriage certificate.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, Mr. Lewis, I talked to your wife about what you argue about and what's so upsetting that you're filing divorce papers. She told me about the throwing and the catching of a ball. I want to talk to you about what you think is so upsetting, and I'm going to make a suggestion. Tell me about the concern your wife has that you have, in fact, a baby outside of your union.
Yeah, she's she's made up this thing where it's a make-believe that I have a kid by somebody else. I've been trying my best to convince her for this past year that I have no kid with nobody else. She came out the blue with this.
When did she come out of the blue with this?
Last year.
Last year. What happened last year that made you believe that he has a child with someone else?
I didn't ever believe that he had a child. Not ever. Based on me getting pregnant, having another child by him,
right,
which was last year, we just had another child, his family members seemed to be involved. I was happy and enjoyed with being pregnant, having another baby by him, because I told him years ago I wasn't going to have no more kids with him. And so when I decided to have another baby with him, his family members got involved in social media. When I put it on social media to say, hey, I'm pregnant, yay, we did it. Right. You know, all of a sudden he gets a phone call from some of his family members talking about, oh, you're pregnant? You're having a baby? Months later, I'm hearing something about there's another baby around. I actually was at my parents' house, and this was in 2006. I was receiving a document, and it was based on child support that we were going through. But it was a different name. And I called him and I told him, you know, there's this other document that's here. What would you like me to do with it? Because we just, you know, didn't want to have anything involved with child support. So I ended up tossing it out.
So you think it was a mistake, an administrative error?
Yes.
So that didn't make you believe he had an extra kid out there?
No, I thought it was just our situation.
So your problem is his family seems to be dipping in your business about your children and not being happy that you were pregnant again. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Does your family dip? Do they get on social media and start commenting and saying, oh?
I don't pay no attention to any of that. I got focus and things that I'm trying to do with myself, so I have no time to pay attention to what's going on.
Well, do you know what your family think?
To my knowledge, everybody was happy. You know, it's our second child. We ain't had one in 10 years. So it was a happy thing for us. Everything is supposed to be good. So,
all right. Did you have something else you want to say?
Well, you know, it doesn't seem like anything that he's trying to help or trying to avoid things, because when we did, you know, end up marrying and stuff like that, he didn't want to give me his last name. He did when we were in high school.
He didn't want to give you his last name?
No, I even tried to save our marriage, and he ripped our marriage certificate.
Did you not want her to take your last name?
She jumping back and forth through our relationship. At the beginning of our relationship, I had goals and plans and things of that nature with her. That's why I married her, because I thought my goals and plans involved with her, you know. And that when we had got married, it was to provide security for her, you know, to make sure that she felt secure, that I wouldn't run off with nobody, because I was a year and a half older than her, and I was in college playing football, and she was still in high school. So what I was doing...
Did you tell her, but you can't use my last name? That's the part I'm trying to get to.
No, I never said that.
Yes,
I never said that, ma'am. It was just that during the time after I married her, accusations she started accusing me of things, and it's like, why did I ever marry her? You know, it was like...
I am going to dig deep down in the dark recesses of my brain and try to figure out what y'all telling me. And, and then I will make some recommendations to you. There's always a whole lot going on in divorce court that people want to talk about. If you have something you want to say, join us on Twitter @DivorceCourt, or jump on our Facebook page and see what everybody's talking about on there. Sometimes you people get heated. Don't miss it. I think you two are two decent people who tried to do the right thing, but you were A, too young, B, and not educated enough. And when I say not educated enough, I'm not simply talking about reading, writing, and arithmetic. I'm talking about understanding the nature of a relationship and a marriage. You do not conduct a relationship through filing papers, social media, and all of that other stuff. A relationship is conducted between two people, and I don't think it's just you. I think it's society in general. We have all of these extraneous avenues of information that we get. Social media, boom. It's like a high school hallway. It has no emotion. You can't. What two people need to do when they want to conduct a marriage is they look each other in the eye, they hold hands, and they say, this is what I am concerned about. These are my fears. What his mama says, what your mama says, all of that is not important. It's what's important is that you conduct your business in your household. If you have a problem, don't go file papers. Have a conversation. I don't see divorceable anywhere in the situations that you have raised to me. And maybe you've come here and gotten a little confused and can't tell me what's really wrong. If I ran and filed papers every time my husband PO'd me, they would have me in jail for vexatious litigation. I would have spent $1 million on filing fees. That's not how you conduct business. You got married for the wrong reason. You need to grow up. I want you two to go to counseling. I'm not going to take seriously any divorce filings here. What I want you to is to go to marriage counseling so you learn how to have a relationship. You learn how to have a disagreement. You learn how to have an argument. You've got children. You have an obligation to make it work. I see nothing here that says these two people can't make it. I just don't see it. But I think you need to be educated. And I think you need to be educated about emotion, about marriage, about family, about responsibility, and about maturity. I think you need the same thing. I can't take this 99th filing of a petition to divorce seriously. Your petition to this court is hereby denied. It is so ordered. Wayne and Desiree were a great example of a couple of things that I have a really hard time dealing with. One, I'm in love, let's get married. I'm in love is a good start, but let's get married is not the next move. You have to understand what your life is going to be, how you're going to run your business, and how to be married. And at 16, you just don't know how, generally speaking. And the last thing I want to say, they got caught in that big, huge, crazy, ridiculous river of social media. You cannot conduct your marriage on social media. You gotta conduct it between the two of you. I wish them best of luck, because I think if they get some direction, they might actually get it together.
Divorce court is now in session.
Mr. and Mrs. McKinney, you have been together 10 years, married 6, separated 1, and all I can say is there's a whole lot wrong at your house. So I'm going to start with you, Mrs. McKinney. Why don't you tell me your #1 problem with Mr. McKinney?
Where do I start? He's lazy. He doesn't want to work. He's high all the time. Everything you name it. In the beginning of our relationship, it was sweet. He was working. You know, we was going out. We was doing things. You know, he made me laugh. He was, at that time, I guess I needed to laugh. He was full of jokes. As time progressed and, you know, I had the baby, I just seen that, I'm like, did I have 2 at one time? Because it's basically, I'm playing both the woman and the man of the relationship. Every time I turn around, James, did you take out the food for the baby? James, oh, after I finish playing this video game. You know, that's where the, you know.
Now, Mr. McKinney, at some point during your relationship, did you start coming up light?
Yes, and I'll give you 2 reasons why.
Okay.
There's Newton's 3rd law. For every action, there's a greater or equal reaction.
Equal and opposite
yes.
reaction is what it is, but go ahead.
So the thing that she's saying, yes, I did it. I got lazy. I was working, but I wasn't working like consistently like I was supposed to do because of the things Miss McKinney was doing.
Well, what was she doing that caused you to be lazy?
She was very much, you know, we were together and married. She was going out of the relationship, being with other men. And I told her from the beginning, I didn't like that. I wasn't going to stand for that. So
when you say going out with other men, what do you mean exactly? Was she just had like male friends that she would hang out with? Was she cheating on you?
Having male friends that she quote unquote, see the quotation fingers, saying that they were her friends, her brothers, and they were having like relations actually, having relationships.
Did you get caught, Mrs. McKinney?
Listen, everybody that's next to me that's a male, he's assuming that we are going together. My boss, oh yeah, your boss said you got to stay work, so that means you could have cocktails with him. It's in his own delusional mind because he wasn't putting the weight in the marriage.
Really?
I'm screwing everybody.
Really?
I can say once, I got caught, but you know what? At the end of the day, at that point,
once you did get caught?
I did get caught. I had to prove a point to him because I got fed up of me doing everything, and I said, you know what? You think that I can't have nobody else? He said, what man would want a woman with 3 kids?
Now, I got to say something to you about your phrasing. You said, once I got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, most people who've done it once say, I did it once. Yeah, one time I did it. But you said, once I got caught.
I got
That's
caught.
the one time she got caught.
I got caught.
So that means there was more than one.
Yes, 52 times.
You just didn't get caught.
5-2. Gotta stop counting.
5-2.
Yes,
7?
52 times.
He's over-exaggerating.
I've caught her cheating.
You couldn't have caught her 52 times.
No, yes, I have.
He's so full of crap.
Yes. 52 times that I've known. I've seen text messages, seen things on the internet, and marks on her body. So it's like, okay, if you're not going to be consistent with me, why should I be consistent with you?
What's that have to do with you bringing in a paycheck that has to take care of your kids?
We're going to talk about that in a minute, but let me ask you this. Having cheated on your husband more than once, as we have established, would you not expect that your husband would be less than the happy, cheerful contributor to the household?
Listen, I got tired of saying to the same thing. I kept asking him to do certain things. Like, after a while, it's like a broken record. I'm not going to keep asking you to get up, do what you have to do. You don't work, you don't eat. That's how I was raised. I'm not going to ask you to go get a job. Whether I'm cheating with the Pope, you still have to provide for your family. That's your obligation. So at the end of the day, since I was working 2 jobs, pulling in the weight, why would I want to be with you when I just seen you on that couch all day for 12 hours? So yes, somebody asked me out for cocktails, I go out. It's not all about intimacy all the time. I went out to hang out because I had to still enjoy myself because I deserve that.
Mr. McKinney, before she started stepping out on you, were you less than a helpful, contributing member of the family?
Yes, I was contributing. When she started stepping out, that's when I downgraded from making jokes, buying her things, because I like that. If I'm going to be with a woman, I'm going to spoil my woman. I'm going to give her everything she wants, everything she needs. So when I seen this on a consistent basis, that she likes to cheat and step out and lie about everything and be argumentative so she can run out and be with other men, I stopped buying her things, stopped really being the man I was supposed to be, because I'm like, why should I give my all to this relationship or this marriage that we're doing?
Well, how long into the relationship did you start stepping out?
Be honest.
About almost 2 years into it.
No,
2 years.
You are fabricating
about
the truth.
2 years. After we first got together, James held a job for like 6 months. After that, he picked up the marijuana habit. Every time you turn around, he was high. I was like, oh my God. Until the neighbor kept saying, yo, every time there's like smoke coming from your door, she wanted to call the fire department. No, it's not him. He's having a party all by himself in there. And then every time the schools call me, your husband picked up the kids from school late again. Why? Because you're high.
Actually,
Come on, how much can a woman take? So after 2 years, I hired a personal babysitter because my husband's home, but he didn't leave the house. So I had to hire a personal nanny to go pick up my children from school. That's another expense that I had to do. So that way, after 2 years, I said, enough is enough. Since I'm doing everything, hey, why not go get me some fun too? Yes, I did. It is what it is.
Wouldn't the better response be to confront him about his failures, ask him to make some changes by a certain time, and then if he fails to do so, leave him?
He told me, this is what he told me. He said, I'm a man, because he's older than me. He told me I'm a man, and no woman can tell me what to do. I know what I'm supposed to do as a man. So if you know Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Know-It-All is supposed to know that the rent is due on the 1st, that the kids' schools is due, Mr. Man. So why should I tell the man that knows everything what to do? You already know.
So I called her. I got this tingling sensation. It's the first time I got a tingling sensation when she stepped out on me. So I got home from work. My ex-boyfriend was here, and we fooled around. I'm like, really?
Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Now, you disagree about the time period between which she was fooling around,
Yes.
she was okay in fooling around. You say it wasn't 2 years.
No, it wasn't.
How do you know? What evidence do you have?
What evidence do I have to support that that theory? Okay, when we first started going together, I was working at a movie theater. That's where we initially met. So I had a situation in my life where I got exited out of my living situation. So I told her she had an apartment in Brooklyn. So she moved from her mother's house. We went to the house in Brooklyn. So one of her ex-boyfriends came over. She called me like, oh, he's here for such and such reason. I'm like, why is he there anyway? Oh, he just come to talk. So I'm like, okay, just let me know what's going on. When he leave, call me. So I called her. I got this tingling sensation. This is the first time I got a tingling sensation when she stepped out on me. This was 2 weeks into our relationship. So I got home from work. She was
when you were at the theater, were you watching Spider-Man?
No, I was actually working. I was an usher. So
what's with the tingle? I thought that was a spidey sense.
No, it was my sense of like, if I'm with somebody, I get connected with them. So I feel their feelings and everything. So I had to tingle in myself. I'm like, oh, something not right. So I jumped in the cab, went straight to the house. So she was in the crib, hauled it up in the car. I'm like, what's the matter? What's the matter? Tell me what's the matter. She's like, oh, nothing. I'm like, come on. I can see it in your face. There's something the matter. So she was hesitant to tell me. So I'm like, yo, stop playing me. Tell me what's wrong. Oh, my ex-boyfriend was here and we fooled around. I'm like, really?
Did that happen?
That is not true.
He's got a lot of details
every
there.
Every tingling sensation is always,
really?
if somebody calls my phone and asks me to pick up extra hours, he has a tingling sensation. Yeah. That's his problem. Because my thing about it is he doesn't want to make the money, but he also doesn't want me to be out late either.
Well, let's just talk about the one time that he's talking about when the ex came over.
It was a studio apartment. It wasn't like a mansion. So if I had to do something, my son's bed was like not even a yard away from me. Everybody that comes close to me that's male, he assumes.
And he gets to take it.
Yeah, it's ego tripping with him.
Well, you say that Mr. McKinney has in fact stepped out on you as well. Is that true?
I know for a fact that he stepped out. One day I stayed home from work. I was so exhausted. I went from one job, came home for 4 hours, and was supposed to go to the next job. So I decided to stay in. He didn't know. He thought I've already gone. So I went to go. I said, let me make us something to eat. The kids don't have to be picked up until 3. Let me cook some food. I go to pick up the house phone. She was like, the girl says, hey, boo, what you doing? I said, who you? That's what I said. I said, because the only person named Boo was here. I called the baby Boo Boo. That's what you want to speak to? You know what I'm saying? So she was, oh, I'm looking for Jay. So I said, can I ask who's calling? Long story short, it was his ex-girlfriend that's keep calling the house, and she's like, oh, well, I just saw him last week. He told me his grandmother was sick, and she had to take her to the hospital. Wow. Long story short, I called the grandmother. She ain't seen James in a month. So which one is it, right?
Was the ex calling you up and saying, hey, Boo, how you doing?
Now, she is a good lie fabricator, because that was all false. Because
none of that happened.
No, one thing happened. She called my cell phone. I can tell you, I can give you down to the detail of the day. We was laying in the bed. It was 2:45 in the morning on a Thursday. So we laying in the bed, sleep. My phone rang. I'm like, who is this? I don't know this number. So I pick it up. I'm like, hello? She's like, hey, Jay, what's good? I'm like, what? Who's this? She's like, oh, it's such and such. I'm like, oh, what's good? Blah, 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 blah. And she was right there laying next to me. She said, who did? I'm like, oh, this
So
is
it was a call out of the blue. It wasn't something that was scheduled for when she was out. I got it. I don't know who I believe, but I understand both stories.
He missed our daughter's birth. Later.
Was he high?
He was so, his eyes looked like he took red crayon and drew on his eyes.
How was I?
He was so stoned.
How was I?
And then I had the neighbor took the kids to my mom.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Tell me about the 30-day notice. What prompted it and what was his response to it?
Okay, after I found out about the ex-girlfriend that he was continuing seeing, and one day I went with the babysitter and I was like, you know what, I don't have to be to work too late. I'll walk with you to take the kids to school. A woman in the neighborhood approached me and said hello to my kids. I'm not there. I don't know. How do you know my kids? And she said to me, like, you know, those are James' kids, right? I was like, yeah. So the young lady told me that after she takes the children to school, he and her come back to my house, or they go to her house. They smoke, they play video games and everything like that. So I said, so who does he say that he lives with, right? He said, oh, you're his sister, and those are his nieces and nephews. I'm the sister. I didn't even argue with the lady. I said, you know, come on, let's come back to my house. I don't want to talk outside in the street. Ooh. So I invited the lady back to my house, and every day that I'm at work, she's in my bed. She showed the sheets, everything in my bedroom, she told me. I was just so vivid. And when he texted me, he's like, I'm on my way. I said, James is on his way, matter of fact. And not until he walked into the door and she walked up to give him a hug, I said, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but I'm his wife and those are his kids. The girl was frantic. She's like, oh, you liar, this, that, and the third. You've been sleeping with me unprotectedly. So after that, I was like, you know what? By you, I put up with too much with you, smoking with the marijuana, and then he missed our daughter's birth. He came to the hospital 3 days later.
Was he high?
High as a kite. Oh, you're 7 months pregnant. Who has a baby? You're just delusional. You probably told the doctor to have the baby now. I told a physician to induce me at 7 months. My high blood pressure had went to the roof that the fire department had to take me out the house. James was right there, didn't even know what happened.
You didn't go? You got a woman with high blood pressure, probably preeclampsia. They got to take her to the hospital in an ambulance. You didn't go?
I went the first time when had our first daughter. We stayed in the hospital for 3 days. I was up there.
I don't want to hear about
day.
that. I'm talking about this time.
The second one? No, I didn't go because she asked her sister to go. Her sister's like, come on, I'm going with you. I'm going with you. I'm like, yo, I'm going. She's like, no, you stay here with the kids. I'm like, okay, whatever.
He was so stoned, he couldn't even sit up.
How
I had to call my mother.
Was I?
He was so, his eyes looked like he took red crayon and drew on his eyes.
How was I?
He was so stoned.
How was I?
And then I had the neighbor took the kids to my mom. That's how
the kids are sitting right there. The kids are not going nowhere.
Mr. McKinney, let me ask you this.
Come on, man.
Let me ask you this. How much weed do you smoke?
Before, when we were together, I used to smoke a lot. I ain't going to deny it. I used to smoke a lot. That was my way of keeping myself sane to deal with her.
Judge, he sold the Blu-ray DVD player for a 50 bag of weed.
It was mine, right?
A $300 DVD player that we bought for the house.
It was mine, right?
The drug dealer said, Miss, I respect you. Because he always, I was seeing
you wouldn't talk to the drug dealer?
I was walking home one day, the guy stopped me in the street. He's like, Miss, before you get home, he's like, I just want to let you know that your husband brought me your Blu-ray DVD player, and I gave him a 50 sack. I don't know what no 50 sack is, but when I went home and I seen the flat screen, there was only wires. There was nothing connected to the wires. You know, and I came home, he's like, well, I put half in it for it anyway. Half of $300 don't equal up to $50. You know what I mean? Every time it turned around, it was, as long as it benefits James. If you're going to smoke, get a job and support your own habit. You know what I'm saying? Don't take away from what we got to do. I'm only one working. I got to buy food and all that other stuff like that. And then next, it was just one thing to another. Next thing you know, I look at the cable bill. Homeboy, $320. Next thing you know, this is XXX, triple rated stuff. He done after dark. He done ordered. And I'm like, James, you got money for this?
I did.
So he's like, oh, well, you wasn't giving me none, so I had to find some type of way. But why they gotta cost $300? Come on. It's not right. It ain't right.
Do you have anything to say in closing, Mr. McKinney? Because I'm cooked.
In closing, I'm not gonna engage in any sexual contact with her if she's out there dealing with any other guys. Because there was one time I caught her 2 weeks after my oldest daughter was born. She's have a guy in my house. I'm like, I come home one night from working, I peek in the door, there's 4 feet instead of 2. 2 weeks after my child was born.
Did you have a guy over there?
Sure enough, did. I got so fed up with him, and I said, you know what? You stealing money, you getting high, I'm getting tired. So my point was to show to him that you think that the grass is green on the other side.
I got you.
So I sure enough did. And after that, that was all she wrote.
Okay. In divorce court, couples tell me everything about their relationships. Want to share your experience? Join the conversation on our Twitter page at Divorce Court. On Facebook, check out other fans and their intimate issues. You know everybody has something to say about love. What's on your mind? Mrs. McKinney, you're dead wrong. You can't go out running around because your man ain't doing no good. What you do? Hey. What you do is you kick him to the curb and you keep it moving.
Kick him to where?
Hang on. You're gonna like what I say next. Just be cool. Now, I'm gonna say this. I understand why you got so frustrated with him. I believe everything you said. A, because you copped to the cheating. Sure you copped to why you cheated, and you were talking about a $50 bag for a Blu-ray TV. All of that just rings so incredibly true. You just didn't handle it the right way. Kick the brother to the curb and keep it moving. You don't do, because it's irritating. Mr. McKinney, I believe she did start fooling around. Because you were just sucking all the air out of the room. You were sucking out the money. You were sucking out the joy. You were doing nothing else. You were sucking on a joint. And you got a whole lot of porn and stuff, and she got tired of it, and she was wrong to step out on you, but I think you put her there. I mean, doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right. But you can't show up light and expect somebody to be right when you're late. Good night. Elizabeth and James do what so many people do. The relationship is over. Everybody's doing the wrong thing. People are sleeping around, and it's not a good circumstance, but they don't make a decision. Make a decision. If it's over, end it.